So most everyone knows I arrived from Thailand a couple of days ago, and it's just it's jet lag is something that's quite interesting to have as an experience. Just sort of walking into the room this morning, I've been getting to bed around 1 a.m. and just had the experience of walking in the room and sort of kind of being aware there was a clock by the seat, which is a sign of giving the morning reflection, but not quite recognizing that until Ajahn Cunda pointed at it, and I then sort of appeared like, oh right, that means something, and then disappointment. Oh no, not now. And just that sense of it is sort of an interesting experience like that. Things are very slow, and the signs and symbols, the characteristics and qualities of things are appearing more slowly, or they're coming in and having less meaning. And that's also having been gone for the last 4.5 months, and just getting used to things again. And so there can be kind of a desire for more of a, more of a zip, more of a kind of the mind being present and clear. But this is just, it's interesting to get kind of confused a bit, as if like that's not part of experience in itself. The fact that this is just part of life, that sometimes there are going to be areas, moments, times in our life that we just aren't very clear. And especially this is what people complain about most with aging. And this comes with sickness as well, just the sense of not feeling right, not sort of feeling as if we're in the right body or something, but it's always the same. It's just one experience after another, rather than something not being right. So over and over again, I've been reflecting on the fact that this is where the body is eventually heading, unless we experience a traumatic and very quick death. We're sort of all moving towards that. For most people, just a muddled ending, sort of not necessarily feeling comfortable in our bodies. And I think for most, kind of at that stage in life, when death is coming, it's sort of like, get me out of here. This is so uncomfortable. Having witnessed a couple of people who've died. And so the more I think about the practice, it's really just getting used to these different experiences and not really fighting against them in a way, that thinking that it's just wrong, it shouldn't be this way. I need to get back to not feeling jet lagged. I need to get back to not feeling ill or sick, and or putting off the sense that I'm going to end someday, that there's going to be an end to this body, an end to this constant creating of who and what I am. And so the more we can really bring that into our awareness, as much as possible, just to not really fight what our experience is, to allow our bodies to be what they are, to not get into habits of thinking that, obviously we recognize when we're sick and when we're not sick, and most of us prefer not to be sick. But to also just recognize that sense of like, there's something wrong with being sick. It's not supposed to be that way, or there's something wrong with jet lag, or wrong with death. And so we can try to bring that into our awareness. As much as I dislike staying up all night when we do these lunar observance sits, they really are a preparation for dying, a preparation for what it could be like at the end of our life, but probably a lot more uncomfortable. And so there is a training in consistently being able to be with unpleasant experience, and just to know it as that, not to fight against it or think that there shouldn't be anything that's unpleasant. And so my suggestion is just to try to work with that a little bit today. Notice when there is this unpleasant feeling tone, and to really work with that in the mind and question ourselves when it comes up, that sense of rejection of that, or a sense of wanting to get away from it. That's enough for this morning.